United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. We will get started here. First on the agenda is joint building project modular bid decision. Let's see, we have a bid request for proposal here.
This has been going on for 3 years. I will move that we submit the proposal as presented.
would you repeat what the bid was? Somebody,
Anyone has it?
It's not in that request for proposal part.
oh, it's not?
No, it's in with the modular. I didn't bring it up, I'm sorry.
He does. It's in the mail. I put it there on Friday. So Franklin,
Oh, this
pull that out.
is here. Here we go. This is for on the modular is, $169,472.
In no sense?
No sense.
And who's it from? Palomar?
Palomar Modular Buildings.
Excuse me, what was the name again?
Palomar, Palomar, out of DeSoto, Texas.
This includes transport, if I'm not mistaken. Delivery, I guess I should say.
But then there's the plumbing, electrical, concrete.
Do you want me to sit here, or do you have any questions?
I think that would be great, Mike. Thank you.
Please do.
Maybe you won't.
Okay. Now, there's a separate bid for concrete, plumbing, and electrical.
And when the request for proposal, I just handed you guys this morning, finally it's a packet. And that's what I'm gonna send out today for the plumbing, electrical, and also the post frame building. And I'm gonna send that out today.
So at this point, we have no bids on the rest of it.
We did, remember we had the original
Right.
bids, and then I got approval for the engineering to get all the engineering, get all the surveying done, and that's what I took care of in the last month, 6 weeks. And now we have a packet that we can submit to because it was just too vague for the plumbers and for the electricians, thank you. The long weekend.
So at this time, we don't have a total price for it then.
We don't have we have a price for the modular, we do not have a complete price, a firm price for the electrical. We had a rough price from before, and that's how we came up with the budget, the $400,000 budget, because we got rough prices for everything prior to this.
So this one you're sending out will also include the cement work?
Yes. And the cement work's gonna
That's
go
what they're
down.
asking for the bid now.
Yeah, the cement work's gonna go down. We did have the cement work before, and we had the electrical, and we had the plumbing, it was just a rough price. So it gave us an opportunity to look at how much we needed for a budget to do the project.
Uh-huh.
And then the modular didn't change, because we didn't change anything on the modular. Just a little bit of moving offices around, which didn't change the price. But the electrical, and then when you gave me approval for the engineering, then I was able to get a new packet for the plumbing, the plumbing, electrical, and the concrete, and for the steel building.
Well, is the modular gonna be on a slab or is it gonna be on?
Slab.
It's
Slab
gonna be
on
a
grade, yeah, so the concrete price is gonna come down quite a bit, because it's gonna be on slab on grade. And then the, plumbing will go up a little bit, because of the distances we have to go.
When are we looking at time frame for getting this all done, started and done? About?
That's the
Strongly
question,
about.
question of the year. I don't know, it's taking so long for everything, it just seems like it just takes forever. I'm really hoping that we could have the building up, the storage building and the modular building, at least the modular building up by the 1st of June and the storage building up by the end of June,
Good.
so that they can move into it.
And one of the important needs for the modular building is to accommodate the search and rescue and EMT's training space that they are in dire need for, as well as the shower facilities for a group of departments. We also want to have a budget training with Harold Laddie. We have no place to have it that can accommodate everybody. So that's the other thing, and we'll be having a training in here because we don't have any place big enough for all of us.
Now, on the plumbing, they're gonna include the, going out to the main on the sewer and on the water.
Yeah, main on the sewer, main on the water, water fill, so we got water fill for both weed department and mosquito. And, I don't know if search and rescue needs water. I know that we have gonna have a water fill there for them.
I can't imagine that they would need one, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
Did you make the motion?
I did that we submit the request for proposals as submitted to us, that we advertise it as submitted.
I'll second that motion.
Moved second, we accept this proposal. All in favor?
Aye.
I accept this proposal and submit it as presented.
Okay. You opposed? No.
And then my second motion
Motion
is
passed.
that we sign the Palomar modular building contract and get that started.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made to accept the Palomar building agreement. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
No. Motion passed.
And may I ask for an explanation as to the no vote on both the request for proposals and the modular agreement?
I've been against to start off with, and I explained it many a times. And so I don't see any reason why I'd be changing my mind now.
Is there anything else you need from us, Mike?
Nope.
All right, thank you for good work.
Thank you.
Go forth and sin no more, huh?
Let's, a couple things you can sign here for 9:15. Claims. One for the recorder, amount of $36.
You betcha.
Yeah, they include the claims here.
This one?
Yeah. And here's one for, Three Forks Mosquito for $37.50.
Did I see a set of minutes over there? We can do that. I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes last Monday.
Second.
It's been moved second to accept the minutes of March 16, 2015. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Is that a 3-0 vote in the affirmative?
Yeah. There's a purpose of public notice from DEQ. What it is, I'll read this first part. The purpose of this notice is to state that the Department of Detention issued a wastewater discharge permit to the facility listed in this notice. Permit is issued by the Department on the authority of 75-5402 Montana Code of MCA and Mission Rules of Montana 17-3-1001. Montana Groundwater Pollution Control, MGWPCS. A water protection bureau prepared a draft permit for the facility listed below. Copies of the draft permit fact sheet environment says are available by request from the Water Protection Bureau or the department's website. And this is an application from Paradigm Mill, which is located on Keating Gulch there near Radersburg. Information. Okay, item 15. Proclamation, American Legion birthday / County Day of recognition for national service, April 17, 2015. Any comments?
Would you present it for the board, please?
What do you want to present it?
Just read the proclamation.
Yeah, the agenda says proclamation, American Legion birthday, if you'd read that for
Well,
the,
there's about, I'm gonna see which page.
I think you put it at the end.
Oh, on March 15, 1919, the first American Legion caucus was held in Paris, France by the American Expeditionary Force. This year marks the American Legion's 96th birthday. Congress approved the charter of the American Legion in 1919 as an organization for veterans who served on active duty during periods of war as defined by Congress. The Broad County Board of Commissioners, on behalf of citizens of Broad County, honor and are grateful to all veterans who have served. Do we need we don't need a motion for this, do we? Or
I think
just
we do.
For a proclamation?
absolutely.
Okay.
Also move.
I will second with a request for discussion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept this proclamation. After some discussion, open for discussion now.
Thank you. Sharon, did that meet with your approval?
Yes, it does.
All right,
Can I
thank
get
you.
a copy of it?
Absolutely.
In fact, could we take a picture of it being presented to me? I brought a camera.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I think that's great.
I do too. Yeah. I just want everyone to know that the words on the proclamation are Sharon's.
No.
I added just the part about me honoring veteran services, and I capitalized veterans throughout.
So, if you'd like to take a picture, you just press right there and I'll stand by, we can stand and.
Do you want to stand with the
Sure.
flag behind you?
Mm-hmm.
I sure couldn't have one to work 4 more years when it's 100. You know.
Oh, I just wasn't pushing hard enough. All right, let's do one more. I think that worked, Chairman, I had to double check,
Okay, thank
just to
you.
be sure.
Just as a note, yes, it did.
Oh, good.
Just as a note, when we get closer to our 100, we're gonna have a big celebration, and we're gonna include a number of organizations and churches in town. So the closer we get, hopefully I'll still be here, because I'll be a lot older. So,
Start planning on it.
Oh, I have to get this, oh, you said I could,
We have to sign it and then record it and then get you a copy signed.
okay, thanks.
Would you make a motion to do it?
You move to approve,
Yep.
Laura second, and we have not had the vote yet.
Sorry about that.
Okay. All in favor of this proclamation for Legion's 96th birthday?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
We're a little ahead, but I think we can go ahead and start on the
How about the second part of that agenda item, Franklin?
County Day of Recognition for National Service.
Right.
So, will this be the same as a proclamation, then we just make a motion to accept this
But make a
County
motion to
Day
do
of-
what, Franklin?
County Day of Recognition for National Service?
Don't you think we should maybe discuss it a little bit so we know what we want to vote on?
Every day in counties across America, National Service is tackling tough problems and strengthening communities. On April 7, 2015, county executives across the county will thank those who serve and recognize their impact on the County Day of Recognition for National Service. I'll read this one other part here. I would like to invite you to support the County Day of Recognition for National Service in your community by registering here. County online registration form. The initiative part of National County Government Month is being led by the National Association of Counties, NACO, and the Corporation of National Community Service, CNCS. I'll read this one, there's one more paragraph here, actually, a lot of paragraphs, I think it's pertaining to the nation's county executives are increasingly turning to national service as a cost-effective strategy to address county challenges by unleashing the power of citizens. American courts and senior court programs have a positive and lasting impact, making our counties a better place to live. To spotlight the impact of national service and thank those who serve, county executives across the country will participate in the County Day of Recognition for National Service on April 7, 2015.
I'll make a motion that we move to accept this.
I'll second with discussion.
Okay, been moved and second. What was the discussion?
What this is, aside from reading the first two paragraphs, is two pages that talk about the many ways that counties across the United States partner with local nonprofits, businesses, service organizations to accomplish goals for the good of the citizens of a given county. What this is a suggestion that counties recognize that there is a County Day of Recognition for national service, that it is April 7th, and that there are a list of things they would like counties to do to register what has been done in a given county and what a given county is going to do to honor those service organizations that have partnered with the counties. There's a county online registration form, and then there's also what are the goals of the day. There is a date they suggest of April 7th, which is a Tuesday. And if we want to do something, I would suggest that we put together a list of things we'd like to do. It would be a great idea, you know, if the newspaper were to write some articles on some of the successes in this area that we've had. So this isn't just we're going to accept this. This is a structured event for us to be able to honor our local groups. As far as April 7th, I do have a conflict that day. I've been asked to help out with the hiring of the new extension agent, and we will be meeting from 8 to 2 on the 7th. So if we're gonna put something together, I'd request in the afternoon and then defer to you guys to do the legwork to put it together. Certainly I'd be happy to help plan prior to the date. Or if you guys wanted to maybe celebrate on Friday when there's a little bit less work. Of course, there's court that day, so that doesn't help the folks upstairs. So there's a lot of things that we need to think about and mull over and put to planning if we want to proceed with this. Since the motion is to proceed, I absolutely solidify my second, but I think maybe during today's working meeting, we could put together some plans for exactly what we want to do.
I think that's a good idea. I would like to see us honor those people that deserve to be honored.
We have a little time now to, wanted to, I'll go ahead with the motion that, you seconded it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That we honor this county recognition for national services on April 7, 2015. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. We've got a few minutes here for our next agenda. Maybe we could mention some things to, now to share, because apparently you're going to kind of have an article about this.
I could ask the editor, so any information you can give me now or send in an email to,
We've got a,
I'd be happy to submit it to him.
That would be wonderful.
we've got a little time right now. We want to make some suggestions to Sharon now, that you can jot down. You want, service clubs, what, I assume that's what it'd probably be, or you want different organizations.
I like the idea of Announcer County is becoming an employer of national service.
So do you want to list like service clubs, Rotary Lions, something like that?
Well, and I think we need to start right here in the courthouse.
Or do you want, okay, that's another question, or do you want to have just, like the boards that are in the courthouse?
I think that's a place to start, but, you know, then go step outside the courthouse.
And I think instead of just listing, I think talking about those boards, those groups and what they have done in partnership for the citizens, the
Right.
specifics. What kind of public event would we want to have? County executives are encouraged to hold a public event, issue a proclamation or other form of recognition. What do we want to do? It was suggested to us last week or the week before that we have a barbecue sponsored by the commissioners. I would suggest personally, not from county, not funds, thanking our board members for their volunteer service, as well as the partners that they've partnered with to get many of their projects done. And include with that our employees who help to direct those volunteer boards, work hand in hand with them, our members of some of those volunteer groups, have volunteered their time for the county outside of their work hours, or have put in, 110% or more during their work hours.
I think it could be listed and in the article in the paper.
We had talked earlier, a couple of weeks ago, about doing a barbecue to honor these people. And it's not much, but at least it lets them know that we recognize the job they do.
We could have a barbecue on the front lawn, start looking at the 10-day forecast to solidify the date, or borrow some just easy-up tents and have employees bring salads and desserts for potluck, and then we supply the meat.
They have the burn buns.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And do the flipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
And
idea.
bring in some kind of a speaker, some local who has been, at the forefront of volunteer service. Mary Alice Upton
Yeah, she
comes
comes
to
to
mind.
mind, yeah.
Absolutely. I think she'd be a fabulous speaker.
And she's got a lot of experience doing it.
She does. Yeah.
Good idea.
We should probably ask her.
I think she would say yes, so.
Well, I guess we follow up on a date and if she is the speaker.
Who would be some other choices just in case?
Bill Kearns,
Would be a good one. Patrick Plantenberg comes to
wonderful one.
mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Barbara Astor.
Yeah. We could bring Virginia Nurback, perhaps. I would lean towards Patrick, I think, as my second choice.
I think that's a good idea.
Should we talk about this after we've had some time to think and put together some ideas?
Good idea.
Yeah, time, date, location, stuff like that.
We have a working meeting at 3:15, we could slide it in there. Since it's not defined what that's for.
Good idea.
All right. I do have a piece of mail here I'd like to give you, Franklin. This is to go with the minutes that we just signed. It's part of the intercap loan. Just needs to be filled out and signed that we did pass the minutes, stating that we would accept the intercap loan. And that's just a requirement of Board of Investments.
I wonder why we never get interest that low.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. And we do need to get that today, Franklin, so we can get it in the mail.
I wouldn't guess it, so I'm not gonna sign it.
Would you fill it out because you're chairman of this board?
Gerald, I don't know if you went through or not.
I have not.
Okay. Hope you wanted to tell during that.
I would suggest for the auditors that we not just do 4 months in one clump. I think they'd look at that and say, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I think we need to do December, vote, approve, January, vote, approve, February, and March, all separate.
I agree.
And I'd like to end today with a few minutes to get ready for Michelle, so as close to 9:45 as we can. Just to maximize her time here. Did we assign that Palomar contract? Franklin, you have this over there in your mail? We voted on this. I'd like to request that we get it signed and over here in the pile with Ann so that we don't have a bunch of things left undone, like last week.
There again, I voted against, so I'm not gonna sign it. Why would I
I'll
it?
sign it.
Yeah.
You would sign it because you're chairman of the board, Franklin, and it is registered that you have voted against. That's not unknown by all. Elaine, as vice chairman, can I ask you to fill out the paperwork for the document that we have passed the minutes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ann.
So resolution number, where we at?
Can you fill that in?
I'll get that for you.
Okay. And you need to notarize this, I guess.
Okay.
Thanks, Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Ann.
You have approved claims in the amount of $20,949.50.
So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and second. We pay the claims in the amount of, the approved claims in the amount of $20,749.50.
749?
Right.
What's the correct?
$20,749.50.
Okay, the motion was made for 949,
Yeah.
so please let the record show that's been corrected. Which isn't my place to say, but it needs to be said.
You said it?
Yep.
Okay, been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Thanks, Elaine.
Here's a memo to the county commissioner from Davy Kelly. In January, the county was notified that the premium for our health insurance would be increasing by 2% effective with hours worked in April 2015. This affects the coverage for May 2015. The Insurance Review Committee has corresponded amongst themselves, and the consensus was to ask the commissioners to cover the $24 a month per employee increase for the remainder of fiscal year 2014-2015. This would be approximately $1,392 more a month to cover approximately 58 employees. It is understood that with the new budget year, there may need to be changes in the amount the county can cover. A decision from the commission is needed no later than April 6th. This is to ensure that the payroll deductions needed are set up properly to reflect the increased amounts effective with the April 8th pay period end. On behalf of the insurance committee, thank you for your time and consideration. Have any comments on this?
No. I think we all knew what we were getting into, so.
We did budget extra so that we could cover a slight increase through the end of the fiscal year. I think this is a slight increase of 2%, and then depending on what the budget looks like, we can determine from July 1st on what we're gonna do. Be my suggestion to just stay at status quo through the end of the year.
I agree.
Is there a motion to absorb this 2% till July?
I don't know that we need to do that.
I'm not sure that we need a motion either, because it's,
We
It was
took care of that when
already
we did the budget.
yeah, it's already been decided.
Yep. Pardon me?
I would move, if you want a motion, that we,
Well, that's fine, we don't need one, but
move that we continue with the budget as is with insurance.
I agree. Second.
move to say we continue with the insurance as per the budget. And is that till July, right? Is that in the
June
motion?
30th is the end of the fiscal year.
Okay, the end of the fiscal year. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. I see this come back in. I caught Brenda out here in the hall, and she says that this is absolutely is not hers. That, so, she says she has her own system. So I don't know. It's just been bouncing back and forth here for a while.
This is all part of that whole FOIA that she put on the county about 9 months ago now, that said that she wanted a copy of every single letter, verbal, written correspondence having anything to do with the sheriff's department. Mako responded to her on behalf of the county, stating the county would be happy to put that together for you, but you're going to pay for it. The sum was about $40,000 because of the broad nature that she was asking for, but DIS said, we're not gonna get wrapped up into anything, so until you guys get this settled, we're not gonna continue and finish the project. So we're paying for 2 internet systems, 2 email systems right now because of Brenda's FOIA, which is the Freedom of Information Act request. Until we get word from our legal department that we can proceed, we're continuing to pay for 2. There's no question in my mind, this is her claim, but if she won't pay it, somebody's got to. We can't continue to let this not get paid. But at some point, we are going to have to make good for the county of this double paying and commissioners paying bills for other departments because of a refusal to step up and work for the county.
I think Franklin needs to take this to Cory.
You know, I do too, and if we don't get an answer by 5 o'clock today, I think we need to put it on the agenda. Well, we won't be meeting next Monday, but we need to put it on the agenda for the following Monday. We need a resolution to this. Detention, right now, can't finish their project because of this. CGIN, we can't do our crime data reporting, which means we stand to lose our grants. Now, granted, the sheriff's office dropped a lot of their grants this year, but we have other employees, like our victim witness, who relies on those grants, and we're gonna lose them if we don't get this worked out so that we can do our crime data reporting. This is not okay. So, yeah, I think it needs to go to Cory, and I think we need an absolute affirmative answer that we can go ahead and do our job and get this done.
Yeah, I'll take it to Cory.
This is a mess, and it needs to be fixed.
And stopped.
And stop. We got another bill from Brenda's attorney today. This is just not okay.
Why a bill from her attorney?
I have no idea. No idea, I didn't read it. I just looked at it. So you guys can see it for yourselves in the claim stack. We've got work to do, and this kind of wasting money and time is ridiculous. So,
It's 9:45, you said you wanted to get something ready for Michelle.
if we don't have a COS, we need to get this room ready for it, because it's the only one big enough for this training. So are you going to give that to Cory, or do we just pay it and document?
Whichever way you want, I'll go give it to Cory, or if you want to just go and pay it, I don't think, it's gotta be paid.
What is the
for-
late fee at this point?
I don't know.
I think he's kind of over a barrel too on this. He's got a big court case the next 2 days. I'm inclined to think that we might just have to pay it a document so that we don't continue to waste money on late fees.
Total amount due is $165.72.
How much of that is a late fee?
Let's see here.
This is also creating extra work for the claims clerk, which is also ridiculous and not at all acceptable.
The payment charge, $6, you see that.
For 3 months, that's not too bad.
No, I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too.
The only one I see on here is, internet late payment charge is $6.
I will move that we pay this bill because of the late charges, but document in full the situation resulting in the late charges, and that this is a one-time cover by the commissioners, and file it indefinitely.
But I'll still take this to Cory.
You need to take it to the claims clerk and take a copy to Cory so that she can get it paid. Unless, of course, this commission votes not to pay it.
No, I think we need to get it paid. It's gone on long enough.
Yes, yeah. We're not the Keystone Cops here, we need to be professionals.
Yep. So did you make a motion to pay it?
I did.
Second.
Move second payment.
Just correct.
$165.72 essentially.
Second.
Second, pay this for $965.72. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Can I ask a question? Have you already canceled CenturyLink then, so you only have.
Nope, we're paying for 2 systems, 2 internet systems, phone systems, email systems.
So does this mean now you'll,
We can't do anything yet, not till we get the legal authority to move forward. Yeah, no, we're just paying an extra bill. Was that a 3-0 vote?
Yeah.
I'd actually like to hear your votes, Franklin. I think it's important for the record, it's important for Ann and the minutes.
oh, it's just my old note.
I request that we recess so we can set up this room for training.
Take the request if we recess till 3 o'clock, actually, we'll be here for this